At a key moment, we realized that the Kenandy solution is going to be the framework for the Natural Balance acquisition. So we invited Sandy to bring some key folks in to help us with the planning process. She brought in the head of the implementation project, but also the head of development. And then she came personally as well. And there we were, cramped in this little teeny conference room, probably the size for about 6 people. We had 12 in there. And we stayed there and for hours and hours. And she was there side by side because she was just as committed as we were to making this successful. Many folks have asked, why did we start with an acquisition going down the road at Kenandy? It was really about the choice we had when that came on the horizon for us. We had this acquisition, and you could either reinvest in legacy, which got us farther away from where we wanted to be, or you could do what many people would think would be unthinkable and actually configure a deployment of ERP during due diligence and go live the day you sign the deal. We chose the latter. We chose to do the implementation during diligence and to go live at the day of signing. It was successful, and we were able to pull it off. The Natural Balance implementation process was a departure for us in our typical approach. A typical approach would be extensive business requirements documentation into a build phase, and then moving into testing. Then ultimately, we would have something that maybe didn't quite hit the mark. This was a very agile process where we would do weekly conference room pilots. So the users were involved each week to see where we were on the functionality and the configuration, the requirements, the processes, as well as the integrations. They clearly adjusted the course we were on each week. When we got to the end, it wasn't a surprise to anybody. What the Kenandy implementation has done for us is allowed us to bring a company in to our financials much faster than many options. And as we transition the rest of the company over to Kenandy, it'll be a completely integrated environment with common item masters, common bill and material structures, and we'll be able to put common strategies together. There's been a lot of great response, dashboards, visibility to operations, and I believe customer service that they've never had with the old legacy systems, which we shut down a little less than 90 minutes after close. The Natural Balance implementation has given us a phenomenal foundation for the entire enterprise. We are looking at this as an opportunity to simplify many of the processes we have at Monte today. So we're analyzing the required processes for the broader enterprise, and then ultimately that will move into an agile development process using the Natural Balance foundation as a start. Monte Foods has been changing itself and adapting to the customer's requirements for over 100 years. And that hasn't stopped now, and certainly not going to stop in the future. So Kenandy will be a key tool to help us evolve into the next set of requirements for future customers and future consumers.